Just give me that one pinch me moment.
Mine was on the pilot, and it actually wasn't actually on set. It just had that feeling. We all sort of knew it, so usually that means it's not going to go anywhere because good things don't. But and I walked outside with the only one I really remember was one of our cameramen, Bruce. But and there were hundreds of butterflies.
We were all there.
Were you?
Yeah.
Okay.
We all.
Bruce and I really bonded over that man. Bruce and I still talk about it, but we don't remember you guys. Sorry. But no, and it was this strange. I mean, it was so beautiful, and I just like really at that moment thought, well, if that's not a sign, I don't know what is. But it was just the whole pilot was so special, and like sitting at the table. Okay, so now I'm going into another moment. But sitting at the table with everybody going, okay, so if this show goes, what do you think is going to happen first? Like, who's going to get an assistant? Who's going to have kids? Who's going to get married? And then we made Jason promise he would buy a Prius in the third season.
Never got a Prius.
But he got a Vespa, so he said, well, that's less gas money, you know. So he got away with it. But he never got a Prius. Anyway.
Hey. My big moment for me was filming Let's Go to the Mall. I don't know what I did to deserve it. I don't know how I convinced these two that I could sing. I do okay in the shower and in the car on the way to work, but it's just such an unusual moment of playing a character who's playing a character. And whenever we do those music videos, especially that one, which was really special, we take an extra day and our crew works extra hard, and all of our departments, our hair department, our makeup department, our wardrobe department, just works so hard to create something that's totally different. And it was just like a blast. And so that was a big one for me. No. I do not want to do this to that. I don't want to do that to this theater. Like, that just seems like very bad. No, but thank you. But thank you, no.
The Oscars were here.
I know, the Oscars. No.
Like weeks ago.
Yeah, I know.
Mr.
Adela
Josh?
Nazim.
I always loved shooting on New York Street. Once a week or once every 2 weeks, we would go out to New York Street. And there was a moment, first season, it was after Ted made it rain with the rain dance. And he was controlling the weather, as one does when one needs to get the girl. And I had to stand outside Ted had to stand outside of Robin's window and scream up to her. And there were these big lights flooding onto the set, and this huge rain machine, very cold rain. And I was getting drenched and screaming up to the window. And it was like a Stanley Kowalski or something moment, and I felt like I'm from Ohio, and I really feel like I've made it in show business. Like it really was just so exciting. And Carter ran out. I remember you were so excited when we did it, and you had this grin on your face, like you were like, "This is awesome." And it was a really cool thing to be contemporaries with Carter and Craig, because they're not like these guys who are like, yeah, back in '57 we did, this was all our first big thing together, the three, So it was fun to experience that joy all together. But that for me, whenever we went out on New York Street, I really felt like showbiz is all right.
Yeah. I actually was thinking that too, that whenever I only got to film on New York Street like twice, but it felt like, oh my, like you're in like old-timey Hollywood.
Yeah.
And then actually, La Vie en Rose, because that song meant a lot to my family, and I didn't tell them that it was part of it, and let them watch it, and it's like been a song that's been in our family for a long, long time. And so that was sort of a pinch me moment where you're like, oh my goodness, when life comes together. It was a very How I Met Your Mother moment.